Hey, this is Mark's watching live here at Cap 1 for Georgetown versus UMBC. Now the Warriors are coming in off a loss to American 74-70, where they played without Brandon Murray. As of this recording, I do not have an update on Brandon Murray. I have asked, didn't get any sort of definitive answer on whether he is playing or not. For Georgetown, it's the usual. It was going to come down to on offense. Can they take care of the ball? Can Primo Spears be better as far as controlling the game and not being so much of a shoot-first point guard, looking to set guys up, stop over-dribbling, stop over-penetrating? That would make the offense flow just a little bit better. Then it's hitting shots, guys like Jay Heath. If Brandon Murray's playing, these his shots. Cook has been the guy who's been consistent for Georgetown, and to me, he's been the only consistent guy. And we'll see what Qudus Wahab can do today. Can he dominate in the paint? And as always, we always ask Patrick Ewing, and is always keeping an eye on whether he uses the bench and how he uses the bench. It would be nice to see Denver Anglin get some minutes in a game like this, because look, you can't go into the Big East season just with Primo Spears being your only true primary ball handler, as Dante Harris is still not with the team. In fact, we've never gotten an update from the initial update on what's the status of Dante Harris. So for now, I'm assuming that he's not returning to the team anytime soon. So the coaching staff needs to develop a primary ball handler to come off the bench that they trust. And right now, it doesn't seem like they trust Anglin in big minutes. From the defensive point of view, a few things, and I know I've pointed this out before. One of the first things is that if they're going to run and trap, besides having to play more people, the rotations have to be better, whether you're trapping in the half court or in the full court. When they do get a good trap, it's like the rotation is never there and the opponents can throw out of it, which I don't understand why the rotation isn't there, especially when you have a big in the background like a Qudus Wahab as rim protection. So I don't think Georgetown uses him as rim protection in the traditional sense nearly enough. At this point, you can't always be concerned about Qudus' fouls in the sense of saying, well, we have to have him in. With a team like this, you can go small ball five with a Cook. If you trust the development of Ryan Mutombo, you can come with Mutombo also. So this hyper worry about, well, if we use him as a rim protector and funnel towards him, he'll get in foul trouble, tells me two things. You don't trust him. And two, you just don't have the faith in the creativity. And I'll pick out a Big East school that did it all the time. When Kevin Willard was at Seton Hall, they did it all the time. You notice their wings played so aggressive. Their on ball was so aggressive, which made them seem like this great defensive team. But part of the reason why they could do that is because they trusted their bigs for rim protection. And Georgetown at one time last season had 3 big guys on the roster, and they still wouldn't trust it. So it makes no sense to me. But the other thing that Georgetown struggles with defensively is giving up 3-point shots, which brings us to today's game. UMBC is a very, very good 3-point shooting team, even in their last outing, which was a loss where they made up 16, 17 points in like 6 or 7 minutes against UNC Greensboro. They made 17 3-pointers. I think they're 5th or 6th KenPom in 3-point shooting percentage. This team can flat out shoot the ball, and that's going to be a concern for Georgetown. As we all know, they have not defended the 3-point line very well. So the key is going to be, can Georgetown get out on their shooters and run them off the line? They need to run them off the line, make them have guys put the ball on the floor and have to make shots off of the bounce, as opposed to making shots of a side spacer dribble or a catch and shoot. Big difference between the two. So for Georgetown, again, it's going to be a bounce back situation. No one expected for them, well, No one expected for them, probably fan-wise, coach-wise, team-wise, with the upgrades in their roster to be at 3-3 at this point. You might have said 5-1, maybe 4, but definitely not 3-3 coming into the UMBC game, and a game where they really truly do need to show that they are turning the corner before they have to make the trip to Lubbock and Texas Tech. Georgetown-UMBC at noon here at Cap 1. This is Marcus Washington, MTC Media.